All right, so let's break down today's upper body day. Started out here with a little warm up, just some different crawls, kind of transitioning into sideways to regular crawls, the backwards crawls. Just I always love to get loose with crawls. I think I include them in pretty much all of my warm ups. Just get on the ground and crawl, something we don't do as adults. Into some over the pad hurdle / whatever you want to call it. Right into a roll, so dive in kind of onto your head, knock it over, whatever. It's still good. Just continuing with the warm-up, get everything ready for high impact. I love impulses from Dak. Then we get into our first set here of rotate fast with some GHR weighted rotations into throw fast. I always like to make throws. Everyone wants to do their med ball throws, just these basic standing throw to the wall, the same variations over and over again. I like to change things up and do my throws in as many different ways. And here we're doing 180s. I like to try to do 360s, but can't really jump high enough in my basement. Ceilings are so low. So we stick to the 180s, try and throw them harder without feet on the ground. Your feet aren't always going to be on the ground. Who cares? We're not trying to make this perfectly translate to anything. It's just building rotational, throwing, pushing, power, and making it fun and challenging yourself, doing it different ways. So the 180 throw is one way to do that, kind of get a little dizzy. So go opposite way each way, kind of unwind yourself and just make it fun. That's the whole thing. Does it develop rotational power? Yeah, I think it does. But, I mean, that's just personal experience with me. And then get into our main exercises here. My main pushing exercise, I haven't done bench press in about this is my third straight week, just kind of getting away from it for a while. Bench press is great. There's nothing wrong with it, but too many people just think it's the only way to do things. And I kind of like these. I did the last couple of weeks, I did the leverage arm setup with the rings and the band and my neutral grip bar. So this week I did some single arm. Try this out. It worked pretty good. It wasn't the best setup. I had the bands. It's not a good way to attach them up higher with my setup, but worked pretty low. Got some good tension and just built up to heavier bands and doing some sets with that with the band tension. So obviously you don't know the exact weight you're pushing, but it does give some different tension, just a little bit different way of loading. And then we did some plyo drop push-ups from the benches and right back up. So you drop down, hit the ground, push up, explode back up, and then don't have a 100-pound dumbbell, so we went with the barbell rows, which challenges in a balance way. You got to find that grip in the bar, especially with the bar I have. Right, this bar I'm using doesn't have the knurling in the middle, so you don't really know the necessarily middle. It's smooth, so it's always tough to find the balance point, and you'll see in a few of the reps here that I had to check myself and find that balance point. So we did our main heavy push, a plyo push-up for the explosive pushing power, and then the heavy row, and then we mix in our upper back work, hit the thoracic spine. We just did a laying, I guess, supine position on the ball with the ball in our upper back. This ball is not as squishy, so it allows a round. I have terrible thoracic spine, terrible shoulder extension through that area, so just work on iso holds in that position and just let everything hang out for a little bit there. So I always like to sprinkle in the mobility when you can, not just in the workouts, but outside too, in just different little mobility sessions. As I'm recording this at night right now, the voiceover, I'll be doing that here a little bit before bed. So kind of a way to wind down is to get some more mobility work, but you can always throw in these back work throughout the day. It doesn't have to be just one session where you do it. You could do it at work. You do some neck rotations or spinal flow or hips or ankles, whatever it is, any joint, just move it throughout the day. It doesn't have to be a specific set training session. Just moving the body throughout the day is going to have you feeling better. We sit too much. We don't do enough, but everyone wants to minimize everything and do the minimum effective dose and not train or train for 30 minutes and get everything done. That's not going to do anything for all the it's not, that little bit's not going to really combat all the crap you aren't doing with the sitting and laying around and being lazy. So another set here, we worked up. I don't know if I have the video. I can't tell from watching it back. I think those are the gray bands, so the heavier, thicker gray bands. Worked up with those, so and then just did a few sets of that top end and just moved myself away farther because that can add tension too. So the band has to stretch farther. With bands, it's always tough to figure out the exact weight or tension, like I mentioned. But again, I like these rowing variations with the barbell. You can go heavy, but then again, it challenges the balance point too. And as we're finishing up this last mobility stretch, iso hold, then we get into our overhead for the day. So I did iso holds here too, single arm handstands. Haven't done these before with the single arm, so these were fun and challenging. Did both arms. Still using the foot or the feet against the wall just to balance myself. I'm not to the point yet where I'm just doing a full handstand, let alone a one arm handstand. Someday we'll get there, but that is not today. As you can see there, did a few sets of these and mixed these in with some dumbbell pullovers to, again, hit the lats, chest a little bit different way here. So more of that quote-unquote bodybuilding type exercise, but we mix that stuff in every once in a while just to keep things different and not always do the same thing and get bored, just the continuation of the monotony. We're not trying to get great at exercising. I want to be a good mover, want to be strong, want to be able to do athletic stuff, and lifting helps train the qualities that will help me do that, help me be able to move in real life, climb the stairs, play sports, play baseball, and do everything. And then, of course, we got to finish up. Tank top season's right around the corner, and hit the guns with did some hammer curls and dips here. So I think I did 2 sets of 15 curls, 2 sets of max rep ring dips, body weight. I think I got 25, something like that, I think is what I got on those, both sets. So again, the rings are a great way just because they challenge you. Not only in dips are hard enough, or I've done push-ups on them or rows, but the stability too. So you see how wobbly the rings get, so that can help with like shoulder stability and balance. So you're not just flopping all over the place, and you're able to hold yourself up through these different positions and kind of chaotic movements. Oh, and then I forgot I had the rear delt raises with the landmine, kind of exploded up and then slower on the way down. Great for the back of the shoulders. Again, keep the back. Too many people just work the mirror muscles, the biceps, the abs, the quads. We don't work the back side of our body with our triceps, the rear delts, the back of the shoulder there. That's always important too for overall arm, shoulder health, and just looking better too, so you don't just look weird and are super disproportionate, which a lot of people are because they don't do this kind of stuff. And make sure your stuff is out of the way so you can actually execute the exercise how you want it. So we're finishing up here with those. And then for my final movement of the day, I just put a few minutes on the clock and created my own monkey bars, or not really created my own monkey bars, but used my rack as a set of monkey bars. So you can see, just climb around the pull-up bar. I don't have a ton of space. It's not the best rack to do it because, again, there's not a lot of space in this room, but make do. It kind of gets you into contort your body and make weird positions and find weird positions and challenge yourself into different ways. And then the back pull-up bar there is a fat bar, and it's right against the wall, so that's challenging to get onto it just because there's not a lot of room to move. So we do what we do, make do with what we got, slip off, and then just get back up. It's like kids, you see little kids playing on the monkey bars. Why can't big kids play on the monkey bars or create their own monkey bars like I do with the rack? Just do it for time, do it for whatever, and just have fun with it. Get creative, because this is going to be better off building different types of strength, that relative strength and mobility and contortion, and be able to put your body in weird positions, which most people are stuck in the same positions all the time. So that is what we did for today's workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you take something from it. Find some exercises that work for you, and let me know if you have any questions.